Hello, everybody. Welcome to Spoil Your Baby podcast. My name is Greer Kirschenbaum, your host, and I am here today with Talia Shapero. Welcome, Talia.
Hello, thanks for having me.
So happy to have you. Let's start with getting to know you a little bit. So, you are an adult sleep coach, which
That is correct.
yeah, I don't know how many people know that there are adult sleep coaches, and there's not too many of you. So it's great. I mean, our parents are thinking about sleep, worried about sleep, have a million questions about sleep. And so I'm so happy that you're here.
I am not a napper. Okay, some of us are not all nappers.
True.
And I was running a business at the time, and there's a million other things you want to do, right? Are we cleaning bottles? Are we tidying, like doing laundry? There's so many different things that we're doing. And so if you can nap, sure, take a nap, maybe keep them 20 to 30 minutes, have them about, before 2 or 3 p.m. so it doesn't interfere with sleep. But just taking, and I call them daily pauses, go and switch off from your devices, all the distractions, go and starfish out on your floor or in your bed, even if it's only for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Because what that is doing, it is helping you to refresh and restore your body and mind. Okay. We're not meant to be go, go, go all the time. And I think that there is an added level of exhaustion, of mental load when we are caring for young babies, right?
Okay.
It's really stressful. And so just, lying down for a minute and giving yourself truly, away from distractions can be restorative. And something else that I would recommend across the board, doesn't matter where you are in your life or, how old you are, manage your light exposure. All right. When we are not getting enough bright light during the day, it can make us feel sluggish and sleepy. And when we're getting too much bright light in the evening hours or in the middle of the night, it can kind of trick our bodies into thinking we're awake. And this can make it difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep. So pie in the sky goal, I say, as soon as you get up or even within a couple hours of waking, go outside 15 to 30 minutes, take off your sunglasses because sunglasses are actually blocking some of that important light spectrum that we want. It's going to help, calibrate that circadian rhythm that is controlling your sleep wake cycle. And getting outside another time in the day, like lunchtime, just anytime. None of us get outside as much as we should. And then in the evening hours, trying to limit that bright light. Okay. And so that doesn't mean exist in darkness, but kind of think like when the sun's going down, put on dimmers or candles, but be careful of candles for little
Lamps.
Lamps, it's going to help signal that transition to night. And it's funny because I know, Greer, you probably talked to parents about supporting infant sleep. That is a key thing, right? When they're awake, bright light, like they don't even have their circadian rhythm developed until like 4 or 5 months, right? Or it's ongoing. And so that's actually supporting their sleep as well and their alertness levels. And the last thing I would say is, try and kind of find ways for your body and mind to relax, especially in those minutes and hours before bed. Okay. So creating a really purposeful wind down routine is going to be so helpful. It separates your busy day-to-day activities and sleep. And so if you're doing something, and I think you want to do a consistent set of activities that are relaxing, not particularly stimulating, but not totally boring either. Otherwise, you are not going to be motivated to do it. And it's something something that you enjoy.
Yeah, like reading, coloring, listening to music.
Yeah, watching an
craft.
Yeah, watching a rerun of your favorite show.
Yeah.
Like it's going to look different for everyone, but that is sending really important signals to your brain and body that you're safe, you can relax, right? And we need to feel safe and relaxed to fall asleep from a physiological sense, right? Your babies need to have that as well.
Yeah.
And we're going to anticipate sleep. And it's funny because I always talk to new parents and I say, hey, do you have a wind down routine for your babies? And 100% of them, oh yeah, I do songs, I do stories, I do, right? We are no different. We need the same. I hate the narrative that pregnant women, that new parents get. It's like, oh, enjoy your sleep before because you'll never be able to sleep again. Like, that is not true. It drives me crazy. I mean, I thought that was true for me. It's
Yeah.
not. So if you find that you're not getting enough sleep, you're not getting that good quality sleep, or you just feel really fatigued and sleepy during the day, and this is on a more consistent basis, all right, so you can seek help. So I do always say, do go and talk to your doctor, okay? Because you want to rule out anything on the medical side. I think
Yeah.
that is important to outline, like whether it is a medical sleep disorder like sleep apnea or restless leg syndrome, or something like maybe you have a nutrient deficiency like or mineral like iron or B12, or maybe
I'm
you are
like,
taking
yeah.
medication, yeah, that is interacting with sleep
Right.
negatively, right? So medications can do that. So do that, but at the same time, because as we know, right, doctors are not experts in sleep, okay? So you can chat to someone like myself who does further digging and takes more of a holistic approach to what's going on. And so what I do is help my clients understand really how their sleep patterns, behaviors, lifestyle choices, and other conditions may be impacting their sleep. And then I work with them to put together a plan to really get their sleep on track for long-term improvement. And so
Mhm.
I do this by conducting a really thorough holistic investigation into your issues by examining what I refer to as the 5 pillars of healthy sleep. So we're going to be looking at your sleep and wake schedules, examining your sleep environment. Included in that is levels of light exposure that you're getting throughout the day and night. I ask questions about headspace, right? So that is going to encompass any of that anxiety
Kind of
or mood
worrying.
issues that are happening. I examine physical activity levels, and then, nutrition and any other substances that you may be having, whether it's, caffeine or alcohol or whatever it is. And I'll screen for some medical, like glaring medical issues that I might identify. And then what I do is I'm identifying, imbalances in all those areas. I'm going to shine a light on some of those factors that may be disrupting your sleep. And then I offer evidence-based solutions. And what we do is start setting these really small targets over time that are going to help establish healthy sleep patterns. And essentially what we're doing, a big part of what I'm doing is breaking down any unhelpful sleep habits and building them back up with sleep promoting ones. All right.
Yeah.
And what I want to say to people is, you really want to get down to the root cause of what is going on with your sleep, because that is going to determine how successful and long-standing your solutions are going to be. And it drives me crazy, when I get targeted with like sleepy girl mocktail and here, buy this $10,000 cooling mattress. And I'm like,
Right. All the
that's
other stuff
usually not
still
the
gonna be
issue.
going on. Well, that's why you
Exactly.
have that
Also, so
mattress.
maybe there's a bit of placebo effect, or maybe it's not working at all and you've wasted money. And I really like to work with our own, I truly believe that our own body's natural rhythms can kind of get in sync if we identify all of these other things and impediments that may be going on with your sleep. So, it can take a little bit of time, but be patient, but your sleep, you can improve it. I think, a
Sure.
last point that I want to make, that sleep is not completely static. Okay. We go through periods in our lives where sleep may be disrupted, right? Maybe there's a stressor going on, or
Yeah.
whatever it is, like a work related deadline. I do this for a living, and I do not sleep perfectly every single night, but I do sleep good enough. And I
Yep.
think that is
That's
the
important.
measure that you're going to be looking for. Like, do I generally feel, am I getting enough sleep? Do I feel like I can get through my day and I have enough energy to do what I need to do? And
Mhm.
and I think that's, we don't want to be aiming for perfection every night, because perfectionism breeds issues as well.
Yeah.
That
Oh my
breeds
God. What an
anxiety,
important
breeds rage.
expectation, right? Maybe I
Yeah.
was living under that expectation. I was like, well, because I've been an amazing sleeper
Well,
my
you
whole
were
life.
always,
I
exactly.
just
You were always an amazing
go
sleeper. Yeah.
unconscious for the whole night. Like that is what I'm
Yeah.
used to. That is kind of my
Yeah.
expectation. But I feel
Mhm.
like that's definitely not true for everybody. And that really releases us, right? Not having that
Yeah.
expectation. It's like that maybe that's not necessarily what is the
Yeah.
gold standard. Maybe this good enough, like
Yeah.
you're getting enough, right? And like averaged
Yeah.
over the week. Like maybe you'll have a couple rougher nights, but
Yeah.
you're doing okay if that's
Yeah,
the case.
definitely. The subjective nature is important. I think that sleep trackers, while they definitely have their purpose, I think that
Mhm.
they can actually induce further anxiety in people and end up making sleep worse. So just be careful with those sometimes.
Yeah, and just like we have the expectations that babies are going to sleep through the night and our children are going to sleep through the night forever and
Yeah,
never bug us and never, have anything
I
like
know.
I mean, I've been saying this to everyone in this space, like humans don't always sleep through the night
Yeah.
without any disturbances, right? Like,
Yeah. No, and we're not. We're actually we're not meant like that's a real big myth out there that like a quote unquote a good sleeper falls asleep immediately and never wakes up until their alarm go off. Again,
right.
some people sleep more deeply than others, but actually we have these nighttime awakenings, these brief arousals, because as we're going through the different sleep cycles, we are always, we do this about 4 or 5 times a night. We're entering a REM sleep stage, and this is a lighter stage of sleep. And so it's natural we have these arousals. And again, some people are aware, some people are not. Like you're like, no, I'm dead to the world when I sleep in.
Mhm.
I wake up I know I'm up every single night, but I'm not up for hours,
Yeah.
right? I'm just kind of tossing and turning, maybe a few minutes. But yeah,
And you still
you don't need
get
to aim for
enough.
that. You're getting good enough sleep. Yeah.
I love it. Amazing, Talia. Thank you so much for sharing this wonderful knowledge with us today. For people who want to know more about you, we'll put your links in, but want to mention where people can find you?
Yeah. So you can check out my website, taliashapero.com. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook at Talia Shapiro Sleep, and I'm always posting, little tips and info. And I've got a newsletter on my website if you want to scroll down and sign up. And if you are having issues with your sleep, okay, don't let it fester. You are welcome to book a call with me. I always offer 20-minute free, no obligation call, and I can chat to you more about how I can help.
I love that you offer that. Thank you so much, Tal. And I'm guessing we will have you back. So stay
I
tuned,
hope so.
everyone. It's
Thanks
so
for
great to be
having
here.
me.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thanks for having me. Bye.